The latest on a very hasty Mandy Rose WWE release that's coming up. Plus, Mandy Rose approached by Impact Wrestling, and WWE recreate a classic WCW spot at the NXT Tapings. It's all in the wrestling news right now. Mandy Rose has officially now gone from WWE. We've talked about sources from Fightful and Wrestling Observer reporting this week, but Mandy Rose being moved to the WWE alumni section at WWE.com. That's pretty much all the proof that we need that she is done with the company. If there's ever any doubt left that she was released, that should sort it. Fightful Select add a little bit more detail to the day that Mandy Rose got released and future plans potentially for Toxic Attraction as a whole.
Ooh, Fightful Select, yeah, saying we're told that things seemed very hasty as it relates to Mandy Rose losing the NXT title on Tuesday. Fightful got word about 15 minutes before NXT went on the air, and that word was that a major title switch was going to happen, with Mandy dropping the championship. Those close to Mandy claimed that she was in good spirits at the NXT show Tuesday night, as well as immediately following the release as well. Obviously, she's going to be fine from a financial standpoint now. Jacy Jayne and Gigi Dolan, who Mandy had been in the stable with for over a year, Toxic Attraction, had several looks on the WWE main roster, and we're told that long impressed people of influence as well. They impressed lots of people.
They certainly did.
However, we'd not learned of any advanced plans to bring Mandy back to the main roster.
I think Jacy Jayne and Gigi Dolan, who, as you say there, have had some looks on the main roster, I think they're going to be all right.
Me too.
I think they're a solid team.
Yeah, without a doubt. I can see them getting called up at some point in the future. I think the WWE main roster need more tag teams to make the tag team division within the women's roster feel a bit more fleshed out and give Damage Control a few more competitors to go up against, since they really don't have that many at the moment.
No, distinct lack of them. Interesting little report from Fightful Select here, who say that WWE sources tried to leak that Mandy Rose asked for her release 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
Now, in terms of trying to read through this, either they tried to leak the fact that 2 weeks ago Mandy Rose wanted out, or a fortnight ago they were trying to report that Mandy Rose wanted out of the company. Maybe this suggests that this isn't something that was just surprisingly thrown upon them.
Yeah, like when we were talking yesterday about the news, because obviously we reported on a few other things about Mandy Rose, we got to a point in the news video where it sounds as though it's quite amicable. The split was quite amicable. WWE say that the door is still open for Mandy Rose to return in the future, and perhaps maybe both parties were talking about this 2 weeks ago, as Fightful sort of talking about there.
Dave Meltzer talks about the day that Mandy Rose got released, according to his sources on Wrestling Observer. He says there was a meeting and Matt Bloom brought Shawn Michaels in, told him the kind of stuff that she'd been putting on her subscription service, this being her fan time page, told Shawn what was there, and Shawn's immediate reaction was, we've got to get the title off her immediately. Switched around the whole show and got the title off her. Shawn Michaels, I believe, Shawn Michaels, obviously a man who has found religion and is very aware of because we talked about Shawn Michaels and his role within WWE, how he's kind of running NXT, and he says, I don't really like to trouble Triple H with stuff these days. So I guess he sort of maybe preempted it and went, okay, I'm going to call it here. Let's get the title off her, then I'll put Triple H in the picture. Maybe. Following the release of Mandy Rose, hashtag rehire Mandy Rose, hashtag justice for Mandy Rose, and hashtag Mandy Rose deserves better were trending worldwide, and there are many, many, many voices that believe that Mandy Rose's release was unjust. She's not the only wrestler on the WWE roster to have an OnlyFans page in the history of the time of the company. She's certainly not the first person to be caught with salacious pictures of some kind. So the reaction seemed a little bit harsh compared to what others have got for doing what many believe to be much worse.
No, I think that's a fair point for people to sort of jump on and talk about, and obviously get all this stuff going on Twitter for Mandy Rose. But at the same time, it just feels as though Mandy was kind of, if they were talking about this, it kind of sounds like Mandy wanted to go in that direction a little bit anyway, perhaps. So
by virtue of the fact that one of the first messages that she put out after her release was on her fan site saying, don't worry, we're still here. Oh, she also put the price up to $40.
Oh my, she knows what she's doing. Mandy Rose, everybody. Come on.
Make that dollar.
That's it.
She may have a wrestling opportunity on the horizon from another promotion, though, mightn't she?
Yeah, she might. Tommy Dreamer on Busted Open Radio said that if she doesn't go to AEW, 1000% Impact would love to have you because you're a star and you're great in the ring as well. And if AEW doesn't jump on that, hell, Impact will. Hey, Mandy Rose, call me, text me, DM me, discuss Tommy Dreamer, you dirty man.
Tommy Dreamer trying to get Mandy Rose to slide into his DMs. I wouldn't be shocked if other companies are putting in a word with Mandy Rose. Many will be, many would be surprised to hear that because, you know, in the grand scheme of things, with all the due respect, Mandy Rose was never the greatest wrestler, but certainly a lot of character, a lot of presence, certainly a lot of conversation at the moment.
I think that's the main thing at the moment, yeah.
You would explore bringing Mandy Rose in to be a part of your company.
Definitely.
And I kind of, with Impact Wrestling, I know they can't offer the same sort of money that WWE can.
Yeah.
But if they were to allow her to do, I mean, let me work this out. So if you base it on like the amount that she currently brings in, roughly via her fan site,
You've got to divide that bit there.
by there.
Yep.
And then add on potentially the standard amount for an Impact contract. I think you've got
it.
Cultaholicshop.com!
Whoa!
Look at that! Oh, sorry, I've been told by Ryan Marks I need to be quiet when I deliver these. So a top secret thing, right? Cultaholicshop.com has brand spanking new items right now. Get yourself the away kit of Cultaholic FC. Up the faves. And get yourself a Booker tea time mug to drink tea out of over Christmas. Maybe put a bit of brandy in there. 'Tis the season and all that. And you are running out of time to get yourself a Barry the Shark. Bring a Barry home for 2023. I believe there's less than 15.
No, you sold so many. You signed so
We
many
signed
yesterday.
hundreds yesterday
Yeah.
on the Cultaholic Twitch stream. There is less than 15 left that need a home. There may be less than that now. When they're gone, they're gone. Like the Barry, you know, Barry's only got so much he can spread around. So like that's his whole family there. Then once they're gone, they are gone. Woo. Get yourself to cultaholicshop.com just in time for Crimble. We can't promise anything in time for Crimble, obviously.
No, strikes
what with
and that.
postal strikes and you know the fact that Christmas is next weekend.
Yes.
But you know what? A Barry the Shark is for life, not just for Christmas anyway. Cultaholicshop.com. Get yourself some brand new Cultaholic merch. Let's end on some notes from the NXT tapings. So you might not want to know how this is going to go over the next couple of weeks. And that's fine.
That's fine.
We you know, they've blocked it so they can all have a little bit of time off over Christmas. So if you don't want spoilers for NXT over the next few weeks, this is the part of the video where we say keys.
Love you, bye.
So from this week's tapings for NXT, a couple of notable things took place. The New Day retaining their tag titles against Briggs and Jensen.
I don't know what that is.
That was always going to be a thing.
It was, wasn't it?
I think we're building to New Day and Pretty Deadly once more.
I think so. And a good matchup as well. I'm happy to see that happen
They'll
again.
make magic with anybody, won't they?
They bloody will.
Apollo Crews and Carmelo Hayes having themselves a war of words, setting up a future match. I imagine they'll have a showdown at New Year's Evil.
Oh, yeah, that's a good shout,
I can
actually.
see that being the thing. We saw Drew Gulak hold a wrestling training segment. This is maybe... Am I right in thinking this is perhaps like the third... the third angle based around this is the wrestling school.
Timothy Thatcher,
Andre Chase.
What about Diamond Mine as well?
Diamond Mine?
They kind of sort of did that as well.
Drew Gulak.
And now Gulak.
Let's let you know it's your annual wrestling training storyline. But he was interrupted by Charlie Dempsey, so we're setting up to Gulak and Dempsey.
That's exciting, that though.
Yeah, that's some good work for Dempsey. Wesley beat Tony D'Angelo with some help from Dijak.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
So I think maybe Dijak might be a tweener. Might just go after whoever he feels like.
I kind of like that.
Yeah,
I don't mind
we'll
that.
have some meat on the bones of that particular story when we see more of the tapings. But the big thing that people are talking about coming out of the tapings is a spot that was recreated from the glory days, in speech marks, of World Championship Wrestling. It was Bret Hart in a feud with his best friend, Bill Goldberg. And it was Bret Hart calling out Goldberg and Goldberg spearing Bret Hart.
Yep.
And then Bret Hart stands up, reveals that underneath his hockey jersey, he had a metal plate.
Well, he doesn't stand up straight away though, does he?
No,
he lies there for about a good 2 minutes.
There is that. Once he's had a little sleep.
Yes.
A memorable spot which Grayson Waller and Bron Breakker rolled back. Grayson Waller calling out Bron Breakker. Breakker gets out of his car, storms to the arena, storms up the ramp, gets in the ring, spears Grayson Waller, and he's done. Waller stands up. He's got a metal plate.
That's a nice callback, though, isn't it?
It's a lovely callback.
It is a good callback. And presumably, Grayson Waller stood there in the ring and also sang talks, "Oh Canada," just like Bret Hart did.
And then announced that he quit.
Yes.
I hope that this whole Grayson Waller-Bron Breakker storyline is them just calling back WCW stuff.
Me too. I want to see Grayson Waller with that belt, you know?
Yeah.
I think Grayson Waller would be a fantastic NXT champion. Very charismatic. Great in the ring as well. I want to see that happen. I do.
He would do well because not only does he have to get past Bron Breakker, but in the spirit of taking stuff from WCW, he has to get past RoboCop as well.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yes, Bron Breakker and RoboCop to be a tag team. Book it, you cowards! More wrestling news throughout the day at cultaholic.com. Keys.
Love you, bye.